Hello from Plant Reviews. Today I will talk about the Podophyllum Spotty Dotty. I bought this plant 4 days ago in Madrona nursery, the nursery of unusually rare plants. I shooted a video last Sunday, and so it's one of the whole one of the purchases of my little plant haul. I didn't plant it yet, so I will talk a little bit about the species, and I will show you the spot where I'm going to plant it. That is in this woodland area. I have a bare part here between two ferns with the euchera at the front, so I will put it in there, pretty precise in this bare area. Anyway, I wanted to make the video now because it is still in the pot, because obviously in full sun you can appreciate better the colors and the beautiful flowers that came as a nice surprise indeed. The plant, well, actually, you know what, I will put it just here, so on the green background the flowers look even better. So Podophyllum is a genus of about 9 species of herbaceous plants that are distributed in North America, Himalayas, China and Japan, and belongs to the family Berberidaceae. The name comes from two Greek words, from podos, that means foot, and phyllum, that is leaf. Because in some species the leaves look like foot. In particular, in this plant, they look a bit like a duck foot indeed. As you can see the back of the foot of the duck, and you see the the webs, feet, the finger, they looked a bit like the foot of a duck. Even if the duck has only 4 fingers anyway. I would say that probably looks more like a cormorant foot web rather than a duck one. Anyway, you can see how beautiful is the leaf. It is the leaves come up in spring. It's a deciduous plant, and they come up a bit like an umbrella, and then they open up as an umbrella. Indeed, you can see that the peduncle is not at the base of the leaf, but kind of in the center. The stems are brownish reddish, while the leaves, when they come up, are these very bright lime green with brownish reddish spots. It is a striking coloration, really. And each plant, also the plant itself, is a perennial, and this variety in particular, the Spotty Dotty, is a hybrid, probably between 2 different species that are Podophyllum delavai and Podophyllum deforme. These are rhizomatous perennials and have a height of about 40 to 50 centimeters. Each plant bears as I said, lobed or polygonal leaves. As you can see, I will give you one good view from the top. You can see the shape of the leaves, and I'll try to make them on focus. It is they are very peculiar in shape. And the leaves, as I said, are very bright lime green when they come up with dark spots. The color changes a little bit. They become a bit darker with kind of lighter spots. Instead, it's like the brownish areas become expand on the leaf. However, as I said, I just bought this plant, so I didn't have the chance yet to observe the beautiful change in color. This is a plant that actually already got my attention in a flower show 3 years ago, but unfortunately all the plants were already sold out, so I couldn't buy any, so I was very happy. In Madra Nursery there were several for sale. As you can see, each leaf is different from the others. Some are smaller, some are bigger, and the color anyway is quite consistent among the different leaves. However, you can see that size and shape can change quite greatly, as you can see from this leaf in comparison to the others here. The plant is a flowering plant, and the flowers is not known for the flowers, but the flowers are absolutely striking. They are hidden by the leaf indeed. From the top you can't actually see the flower. However, if you look the plant sideways, you can appreciate the flower. These are kind of bell-shaped and with a very rich burgundy red color, iridescent, and if you open them you can actually see the stamens and the anthers. So I will try to pollinate, even if it's reported self-infertile. This plant is also protected by a patent. However, obviously, self-fertilizing the plant, you end up with plants that do not, will not represent the genetic background of the parent. So is not like breeding by cuttings, so that basically you propagate the same plants over and over, and obviously it is forbidden in case it's a patented plant because it goes against the rights of the breeder. The plant is talking sorry about the flowers. The flowers are born at the base of the leaf, as you can see. 1 second, I try to put on focus, and they are born in clusters of 3 to 4. They first they are covered by sepals, but when the flower starts developing, the sepals fall and leaving these beautiful petals, bright red petals, kind of silky, hanging around. Also, these flowers are extremely fragrant. It's a very strange fragrance to describe. I've read that it is a foul smell resembling rotten meat, but actually I don't find it at all resembling rotten meat. It looks to me like a kind of overripened fruit. It is something like a note of acid as well, but the most of the fragrance is actually on the sweet side. Some people might not find it necessarily enthralling, really. Some people might not be enthusiastic of this fragrance, but it is a fragrance that is very difficult to describe, and I don't find it a foul fragrance. So if you like a fragrant flower, a fragrant strange flower in the garden on a very strange plant, I can definitely recommend this one. Also, the fragrance will not fill your garden anyway. To appreciate the fragrance you need to be very close to the flower itself. You need to be at least at about 15 centimeters from the flower. So really, if you are sensitive to fragrance, you can just leave this plant as it is on the ground without going nearby to smell the flowers. The flowers are about 6 centimeters long, and as I said, it is really a pity that they are hidden by the leaves, because I think that the color is just absolutely incredible, as well as the fragrance, really nice. If the flowers are fertilized, a fruit develops that is very similar to an apple. Indeed, this plant is commonly called as Mayapple, as well as other members of the genus Podophyllum. This plant is best grown in partial shade, but can grow also in full shade. And I've read that this is a plant that is very easy to grow in a rich and moist soil, as long as it is well drained. It is also fully hard in the UK, so even if it looks like a kind of weird plant found from the tropical rainforest, is actually a really hardy plant in the UK. All parts of the plants anyway are poisonous, so remember, if you have kids or animals, to watch them and ensure that they do not end up eating any part of this plant. Only the fruit is considered not poisonous. However, as I said, I don't eat fruits of my plants unless I am 100% sure they are edible, and that's the thing I also recommend. Please do your research and do not experiment yourself or with your pets or other members of the family anyway. Just keep, if you're not sure, just keep the plants for the ornamental purposes as they are, and because they are beautiful. Also, another peculiar thing about podophyllums is that these plants were used by Native Americans for medicinal purposes as well. About this plant, what else I can do? Well, I think I talked quite thoroughly about it. When you choose these plants, try... Well, it depends really by what you want, because when I went to Mother Nursery, some plants had much bigger leaves than these ones. However, this was the only plant that had three flower clusters on the plant, as you can see. So I decided to go for it, and I would just finish the video with again the beautiful look of the leaves and of the flower, the incredible flowers. I hope you enjoyed the video of this quite rare plant. Well, not likely becoming more and more common, and definitely if you have a shady spot in the garden and you want something different to keep, I would definitely recommend this, the Podophyllum Spotty Dotty. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll give you updates in the next few months how the cultivation of the Spotty Dotty goes in my garden. Thank you very much, and I hope you would like to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.